So this is a Yamaha BB300 bass that I own. Why do I own a Yamaha BB300? I actually own two of them. The first one I bought in 1989. That's the one in the case. That was my first bass. Um, some friends of mine recommended I buy it. I was looking for a bass. Really didn't know anything about them. Um, I do like it. I did like it then, and I still like it. They're actually a pretty darn good bass for the money. They're not terribly expensive now. They're actually much less than they were then. I guess they're not a classic bass. They don't have a following like Fenders do. Um, so I paid $350 for this in 1989, which was something in 1989. And now they're you can pick them up all day for $200 or less even. I bought this one, and more recently, I wanted to get back into bass playing. I stopped about 1995, so had a good layoff. And by the way, it's not like riding a bike. I really had to learn again, and I didn't want to learn on a fretless or on my old classic Fender just because it was worth something, and I didn't want it kicking around the house. So I saw this on Craigslist for $200 with an amp. I said, well, I'll just grab that. I know what it's going to be like. And I was right. They're very consistent in their build, even though I think this one's a lot newer. One big difference between these two basses is the weight. The older one weighs about, I think I weighed it at 12.8 pounds. So it's almost 13 pounds, and it's just showing it's a similar body style to the Sterling there. The newer one's just a regular, it's probably 9 pounds. I've never weighed it, never felt the need, but the older one, boy, it's heavy. It's a sit-down bass. I don't think I'll ever play that standing up again. Like the build quality on these is great. Everything about them is decent. It's not a boutique bass by any means, but it's basically a Fender Precision with the reverse P pickups on it. Sounds great, plays great. It's a precision neck, so if you don't like that thicker style neck, you're not going to like this. The other difference here is the heel on the newer one is contoured all the way down to the bass body, which is nice, and the wood seems a little nicer. I suspect it's a 90s version, and the first one I bought in '89 used, so it's obviously an '80s version, one of the earlier ones. There's a strap holder on the newer one, and my custom strap blocks for my older one there. I used to just leave the strap attached to it, put it in a gig bag. I didn't really use the case all that much. So, made in America. Well, the strap blocks were. There's my other bass. Once I bought that, I didn't feel the need to have frets in this bass anymore, and it was the '90s, so that's what you do. You pull the frets out of your bass. Had other reasons for doing it, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But it didn't play spectacular. I didn't do a great job at getting the frets out cleanly, and I'm going to have to take a look at that someday. It came to me with a broken tuner or missing tuner. It has this mismatched tuner on it because the guy who I met later on, he recognized the bass, and he told me all the war stories, how he threw it off the stage and broke off the tuner. A heavy metal bass. And the main reason I ended up buying the Fender was not because this bass didn't sound good or play well. That's a neck I put it on later, and that's why the bridge was moved in the previous picture. But the reason I bought it is because I didn't like the color. That's why I bought the Fender. I didn't like the red of the. I wasn't really a heavy metal guy. I liked classic rock back in those days. So I wanted a more appropriate bass, and that Fender plays great. It's a wonderful Fender, but these original pickups are fine. I will definitely keep the older one, and I will probably at some point clean up the neck. Maybe I'll fret it. I don't know. Definitely, probably going to change the pickups just to have fun, and I keep it kicking around. The other one, who knows what I'll do with it. I like it. I do play it still, but it's not sentimental like the earlier one. So hopefully you like this video. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We need more subscribers like you. And if you ever see one of these basses for sale, don't be afraid to buy them. They're great basses for the money. For what they're asking for them, I think they're totally undervalued. And speaking of buying things, don't forget to go to doggonebass.com and get yourself a bass clef sticker that's a little inappropriate. Thanks for watching.